What's up, family? Took a little vacation. Still kind of the summer, so y'all know how that goes. Like, try to be consistent, but you still try to get some things accomplished during the summer too. So, got one more thing coming for sure. But don't get trapped in the on the bluff. Is kind of the idea here, largely because if you're a FAMUan for a while, you could argue that there was really no such thing as a trap game. Till last year, we found out, right? And the placement of that UAPB game is at the perfect FAFO place. Like, you consider what's going on in a lot of places, a lot of FAFO going on. So let's kind of see how we can hope this one doesn't turn into that. We'll see how it is. You already know what's up, what it's about to be. It's about to be Fangs up.
Yeah, baby, you know what time it is. Now let's get it started.
Are you kidding me? Unreal!
While our HBCUs are mostly known for academic rigor, community, they also know how to turn up.
Does he have it? Yes, he does!
And that might be the knockout punch.
Greetings, salutations. I was trying to play with the light. I'll let it be over there today, though. We good. We good. But hoping all is well for you and yours. What's up, little baby? What's that, 95? What's up, Marvin? For today, we're going to be looking at that FAMU UAPB game, which I think is going to be interesting for a lot of reasons. I think it's going to be a really compelling story, especially depending on what's going on with UAPB more than FAMU, honestly. We know we got a third-year coach here. Not the winningest football program, but it's a tough job. So it's not because the guy can't coach. It's more because the program struggles to win and keep talent. So, but do have some familiar face on the other side of the field. What's up, Ashton? So that's going to be an interesting one, man. So, but concept here is don't get caught on the bluffs. Oh, snap. Look, they add some new features on here. I'm just going to do it the old way for today. And for the next time, I'm definitely going to talk to Brian about this. Like, hey, man, y'all ain't told me they had some new features on here. All right, there we go. So don't get caught on the bluff. Don't get trapped on it. Also, Rattler Boosters, a lot going on. If you're like me, it's about time to renew. Y'all got to wait about a month. It's July. You got to wait till about August. Yeah, I know teachers don't get nothing during the summer. So when I get mines, you'll get some residuals. But mention to that, Boosters also another group trying to raise $100,000, support our athletics. That's going to go to the end of the show. We're going to have a conversation about, do we have too many groups trying to raise funds for FAMU and maybe for some FAMU initiatives? Just open question out there, you know. Also, the Rattler Roundup is coming up. This one is in Jacksonville. Yeah, I know Jerry Lee shows out. If you would like to go, see Coach Colsey, Dr. Colsey, Coach Pressure, and Coach Charlie Ward. It's going to be at the FAMU Pharmacy Practice Center, which I did not know we had in Jacksonville. That's going to be in Jacksonville. So get your tickets. It is 4 days away. So if it don't sell out, hey, it's $125 for entry, but they strongly recommend $250. I won't be there. Not because I can't, but I have other engagements. Told you it's the summer. Yeah, we got some things going on. That's Thursday, so but we'll see. You know, if I could make it, I definitely would try to. But look for some important FAMU folks to be there, man. Unfortunately, I'm gonna miss that one though. So, you know, kind of is what it is. If y'all haven't seen though, FAMU softball, Coach Bill's been out there cooking a little bit. We did get a commitment, and we got somebody signed. Like, okay, down here. She's from Orlando, but as I told y'all before, if y'all don't know, our community college in Orlando doesn't have sports. So most of the students from Orlando go right across the border of Seminole State and Seminole County. So they definitely would be there. And there you go. You'll swing by and get me up there. Look, I would appreciate it. We'll see though. We'll see. I got to check the schedule. Next week is this week. Next week is big test. So, but next week, yeah. So, also, FAMU slid some offers out there. Basketball wise, Caleb Williams, 6'5", 195, specially fit academy out of Tampa. So he's got offers from bigger schools. Not sure if that means anything to you, but I will say in full candor, when I started seeing the Auburns of the world offering students, I'm glad we offered. Do I know if we're going to get them? I doubt it. But 6'5", 195, 2026, he's listed as a combo guard. We're going to see. I like to think that we have a chance. I'm not going to say that we're going to win these recruiting battles, but I need us to have a chance. Now, this one right here, though, already got a commitment. Cedric Kelly, 5'9", 160. He's a quarterback, running back, really an athlete from FAMU North. So he's from up there in the Atlanta area, Creekside High School, 2026 kid, I believe. That's a solid pickup. You know, when you're starting to look football-wise, getting 2026 prospects before the season starts to commit, that's worked out pretty well. The last one that I can remember off the top of my head was probably Bo. I know Bo Somerset. I think we had a couple other guys who, you know, saw it through. So I think that's a nice pickup. What's up, Marvin? And I think one of the benefits is I think that game in Atlanta is huge. Like, I think if you're FAMU, you talk to whoever approached Valley and say, hey, can we turn this into a classic where FAMU is up here every year? Like, I love Bragg. I love being at home. I love going to Tallahassee for games. It's my hometown. But I will say this, for the right price, if you can get 4 or 5 classics that are guaranteeing you $500,000 at least, that's not bad money. I'm just saying, like, especially when you start considering it's a solid thing. What's up, Rattlers? I always catch this show after hours, but we live today. Hey, appreciate you. You know, like, share, subscribe. You know the vibes. But I'll be honest with y'all. Like, I'm just saying, thank you. For those of us who grew up going through the Atlanta Classic, it was fire. Like, I never did it at Fulton County. I never did it at the other stadiums. My mom did, and she told me the stories of how cold it was. But at the Georgia Dome, oh, that was a yearly game. Like, just being a Tallahassee resident, I'll be honest with y'all, we went to all the home games, Florida Classic most years. Some years we didn't. And we went to Atlanta. Like, Atlanta was every year. And it was a great atmosphere. It's a great vibe. And I think one of the things that you should really do about trying to make this a classic, link up with the groups that are doing this thing successfully up there. Like, not to, you know, be talking about folks from 1911, but them dogs, they got seersucker on lock. Like, you can't tell me that you can't meet with somebody from that organization. You obviously have some on campus and some relations to some of them that would gladly affiliate with FAMU and some other HBCUs to have events there and have a classic there. They may not be the sponsor, but I'm just saying, you look at how well they've marketed the seersucker thing. That's a yearly event. Like, people from across the spectrum, Omegas, not Omegas, go to that event, and it's a party that the city of Atlanta has gotten behind. You'd be crazy to think that the city of Atlanta wouldn't get behind having a FAMU and another HBCU come to Atlanta and do that. I mean, and just look at what it does for recruiting. I mean, it's a perfect example. You got 2026 prospect that's already committed that's from Atlanta. Well, he's on the field with his homeboys at the game. I doubt it for this one because we're gonna be the away team, but same point. He could be in the stadium. Like, you got a home game in Miami this year. You got a home game in Orlando. You got all your home games in Tallahassee. You don't think that extra classic wouldn't help? And maybe even, at least be a one classic outside the ones already in the state of Florida. We gather folks who don't or can't wish to make the Tallahassee trip. I'm just saying, like, Mike, I'm with you. Like, I'll be honest with you. I'm from Tallahassee. That ride don't bother me. But for those who ain't from Tallahassee and aren't in a 3.5 to 4 hour drive radius, Tallahassee ain't the easiest place to get to. Like, you start thinking about it, for what you spend to go to a football game in Tallahassee, you could spend that to come to Orlando, Atlanta. I ain't gonna say Miami because Miami's expensive. I mean, you're on the outskirts of Miami, then you might be all right. But I'm just saying, how many games should we play in Bragg? The Bragg. 4 to 5. I think 4 to 5 is a good number. I think 5 is a sweet spot because one of those is homecoming. But I think once you get to 6, you're actually starting to water down the products at Bragg because there's only so much that the locals are going to go to. I mean, if they're going to buy the tickets, they're going to buy the tickets, right? So it's not really, you're not really getting that much by giving your fan base additional inventory. Again, this isn't Jackson State, not to throw them in there, but I don't know if y'all saw SWAT Media Days and the athletic director was talking about building inventory. You got a 60,000 seat stadium. Heck yeah. You want to build inventory in your stadium because you have an international airport. You're the largest city in the state. It's not the easiest to get to, but it ain't hard. Whereas in Tallahassee, I'll be honest with y'all, outside of football season, them 4 or 5 weekends, I go to see family. But I'm like, y'all, hey, when FAMU coming to Orlando? When they coming to Daytona? When they going to Tampa? Like, I'm not trying to drive that 3-4 hours for everything. Like, some things you have to reach out to the diaspora of your fan base. And we are spread out as a fan base. We are no longer in the early 1900s where, you're still growing to the point of becoming a school that's more than Florida. Like, you're more than Florida. You're a regional power. And at some point in some place, you got to start having games and ideas like Mike's having that kind of puts you out there and do it in those major cities that your fans are going to go to. I don't know if y'all went to that FAMU Southern game in Birmingham. It was actually well attended. Not gonna lie to you, like, a lot of y'all folks drove from Atlanta over, but it wasn't bad attendance wise. Like, I wouldn't suggest it for everybody in every year, but that game at Legion Field was actually solid. I ain't trying to go back. No. We got better options. I can go there. I go to Miami. Look, I ain't holding you. I'm gonna hold you. I'm trying to get on the bright line right now for that OBC. Like, and then the bright line's gonna extend to Tampa in the next 3 to 4 years? Well, probably next decade. You'd be crazy not to sit up here and think as a FAMU or a FAMU leader to not try to have a game in Tampa, because all of a sudden I can make a hour ride on a train that drops me off on Ybor City. Bruh, come on. Like, just saying. Look, the lodging footprint is deeper and more affordable in Atlanta, and it's a major hub. Exactly. That's what makes Orlando appealing. Like, y'all come to the Classic for the funsies and the good times, but let's be honest. You got $500, you can come to the Classic. Like, and depending on who you flying with, y'all, some of y'all rock with Spirit. I don't knock you if you do. But you catch Spirit, Southwest, or Frontier, hey, that plus you share a hotel with a friend or two, man, you in there like swimwear. Like the price of a hotel in Orlando right now, and I ain't talking about on OBT. You get a decent hotel for $80 right now, like Hampton Inn. Like, and you ain't on OBT, on the wrong side of OBT. There's two sides of OBT. All of OBT ain't bad. You get up near Apopka, it starts actually getting a little nicer. But I'm just saying, it's called the Killer Train. Many people with death wishes are trying to outgun. Hey, I ain't one of them. I see that train when I drive to Cocoa over that area. I just let it go past, Doc. That's why you get timeshare when you're young. You start paying it off. I'm just saying, that's not a horrible idea. Like, but if you and a couple friends, y'all got the little timeshare plan, you do the timeshare down here. I'm just saying, I'm gonna just throw that out there for those who don't. You know, it's cheaper if you're a fan to travel to Atlanta or Orlando than it is to go to a game in Tallahassee a lot of times. Sometimes even Miami. Like, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Last OBC I went to, I think for the hotel for the whole weekend was less than $200. And it was the Embassy Suites. It wasn't even like we wasn't chilling at the Holiday Inn. We was at the Embassy Suites. We had the cookies and everything. We was fancy. Like, look, Window Bonnet Creek. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all sleep on the Rosens. Don't sleep. It's like there's one Rosen that's like better than the rest. I ain't gonna hold you on that one. But the Rosen spots, it's on iDrive, over in that area. But y'all sleeping on that. A lot of y'all still stuck on the DoubleTree. It's solid, but that parking. I just hate getting out of that area. Like, that's just me. That's just anyways. But just being honest, like, I hear you, but maybe folks need to have the attitude of FSU fans where the team is good. Nah, we good. Look, I ain't gonna hold you, boy. Willie Taggart. That's one of the reasons I got a master's degree. Well, FSU was so sorry. I was like, man, FAMU was kind of struggling. FSU was sorry. I'm like, man, let me go get this master's degree. I ain't paid no attention to football for a good 2 years. Between FAMU and FSU, that was when Willie had just got there. I kind of look at FAMU and, all right, I'm good. Like, just say it. North Carolina A&T, Indy, Jackson State, Chicago, Howard, NYC. Just saying. That's the kind of games you pair with on all-inclusive season pass. I don't disagree. I love the idea. And furthermore, I like the idea of even going to the point of partnering with some of the NFL teams. Like, hey, these are our fans. Go do this, go do that. We're going to come up there. I'm just thinking, don't be packed at every home game. No, don't tell that lie. Don't tell that lie. Go watch Florida State for this past season. The last 2 seasons. If they ain't playing somebody good, that stadium's, there's a reason they dropped the capacity from 80. It was 80. They dropped that mud to like 60, and they made a lot of fans mad. But they said, you know what? We ain't selling out but 3 games a year. Like, when they're good, yeah. But even still, I ain't gonna lie. I've been to FSU games when they were good. Hey, I went to that Cookman game. It was a good 50. And it was 80 then. Like, it was 50,000 in that stadium that night, maybe. And a lot of that was us, FAMU folks and black folks that wanted to see the Marching Wildcats. Like, I'm just be real with you. Yeah. But I think we need to keep this up, man. Nobody but us want to see BCC. I ain't gonna lie. Look, I was here to see that, and you know what? They gave up their halftime show. They drugged them too, boy. March and Cheese took an L that night. They did take out seats for a more premium experience, which I think they needs to do that. Like, before we kind of get to the game, I'll be honest. I hate the North End Zone Club. I've sat in it before. That's how I met Mike Road Dogg. I hate the concept though, because I don't think we do it well. I love I shouldn't say I hate the concept. I hate the execution. I love the concept because what I would really love with a North End Zone Club, how about this? Since you want to vote for people, make it the McDonald's North End Zone Club. You give us a couple $100,000, maybe $1 million, and you build us a North End Zone luxury area. You can slap all the McDonald's you want on it. Because you know what? You paid for that vote. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it now. I might go to your restaurant. But until then, now granted, he did try to offer the Boosters some money. I need y'all to take that. No Diddy. Take that. Take that. Oh, but get with a corporate sponsor. It ain't got to be McDonald's. I just said that in jest. But at the same point, he need to pay for that vote. That vote costs some money. But I would like for the North End Zone Club to become like a North End Zone experience, or like the Field House, have like something like we've gone into this before, but have a targeted luxury experience. Because I'll say this, me personally, the press box is mid, and that's being nice, because you have an area that's essentially for the press. Then you got an area that's essentially for constituents. Where's your real profiting and profitable area? Like, what part of the press box are we circling and saying, oh yeah, this bringing in a couple hundred racks? I'll wait. I don't see it. That's just me. Like, I think at a stadium like Bragg and a school like FAMU, you need to look at what other schools like Old Dominion are doing and have done. Are they at the top of the level? Nah. But facilities wise, you got a football stadium that you really don't need to add seats to. You could honestly redo the south end zone. Honestly, add a press box to the east side of the stadium. I mean, I know that's kind of a problem footprint wise a little bit for some of y'all. I get that. But you got to find a way to have something to generate some more revenue, because North End Zone Club's just bougie. Like, respectfully, I don't hate it, but the execution of it, you sit in the sun's drinking liquor. Look, we just had conclave, and I told people no. Like, I'm not going to Arizona, spending several $1,000s and standing in the desert. The devil. I can't even have nothing in my cup and be saucy. No, sir. It's check soda today. Ain't nothing else in there. Black cherry checks. Now the sweet tea the other day, that was it. They got a beer the other night, whatever. Anyways, just soda tonight. But I need something. Like, if I'm going to have a luxury price, and we're going to have a premium package, I need a premium experience. Because when I go to other places, the premium experience is fire. Like, I'm telling you now. Look, Mike, I don't know if you've done it before. I'm going to get you some friends. Come to Orlando for Orlando City game and sit in the West Club. Just sit in the West Club one time, Mike. It's so nice. You will never, ever, 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 ever want to sit in the regular seats again. I kid you not. My wife went the other night to see her brother, because my brother-in-law is here working. Shout out to Rod. My brother-in-law is amazing. My brother-in-law worked the Super Bowl. My brother-in-law, and when I say worked it, I don't mean ticketed. Like, they flew my brother-in-law down to work the Super Bowl. Granted, his team lost, but they still won a Super Bowl. They fly my brother down to come work here at Orlando City. Like, my brother-in-law is that dude. Like, he don't always hear that. And if my wife hear this, please share. Let him know. But he's like, hey, y'all come to the game. And I just happened to see him because my cousin had season tickets, and we were sitting there. When I tell y'all, it's all you can eat. All you can eat food the whole game. All you can drink. It's not high quality Heineken, but it's Heineken's. All you can drink, like, I think it's Busch Light, Bud Light, something like that. And then the desserts all you can drink soda, all you can drink water. Like, and you just go there. And it's already paid for. You just get. I'm telling you, like, you go to other places and you get that kind of luxury experience, and then you sit in North End Zone Club, you're like, man, nah, hell. I ain't doing this. Like, I'm just saying, like, some things you just got to do better because you got to keep up with the competition. You got to realize you're competing for a black dollar, not just a regular dollar, a black dollar. And we got stunners, bitch. Like, I got stunners. Like, I got the fraternity drinks in the garage right now. I ain't touched. Like, that's theirs. And everything in there ain't cheap. Like, I flip it over, fix the corks, get it ready. But black people, we have disposable income and we like to be comfortable. And we will go out of our normal comfort zone to go to an experience and enjoy it. And all of a sudden, we're patrons. I had a former coworker. She had hockey season tickets. I love hockey. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. She's like, "Did you want to get season tickets too?" I'm like, that's not in my wheelhouse right now. That's not in my budget. But if I start going, I'm going that crack just like you every weekend. It's fire. Like, at a certain point, we got to step our game up. Like, just saying. That's been an issue with a lot of upgrades or our package deals that have been offered. Poor execution on good ideas. Yeah. And then once executed, it's not seeing where we can improve on what's there. Yeah. You look. I'm excited about this. If y'all haven't seen, the boosters are doing pregame tailgates. We're gonna work to see if we can get, some pregame shows going on there too. $250 for the season if you're not a booster, $200 for the season if you are a booster. I got a deal to negotiate for y'all. I had to tell folks, hey man, we gotta make sure the price is right. Membership got to have its benefits. So you do get, a nice little meal pregame if you've done the Florida region parties. Very similar vibe, DJ, high quality food. Is not going to be Mission Barbecue every week. I can promise you that. So, just saying. I'm telling you, if you ain't done it yet, do it once. You will never see soccer the same, and it's fire. They have TVs. It's I'm telling you. So, mentioning that though, look, if you haven't got your tickets for the OBC, the blue people always have a tailgate. Get ready. I told y'all when I went before I was in a working capacity, I sat in the boxes. It was good. It wasn't as fire as Orlando because you still had to pay for stuff, but it's solid. Especially you avoid the heat. AC corridors a little tight, but it's definitely worth your time if you're gonna go make it up there to the OBC. All right, so quick recap. I ain't did it in a minute. If y'all don't remember who I had winning, losing, I got us winning OBC. I think FAMU wins that one. I think it might be worse than that. I ain't gonna lie. I could see a little B being applied to the A. Like I gave us 14, but this could easily be a 24 to 21 point game, depending on who the quarterback is. If it's Gunner, oh yeah. I got us the next week losing though. Down in Boca. Hey, I'm an honest fan. Now I gotta bounce back. Albany State. They're gonna get a little B2A. Valley, I think we gotta get back up there in the A. I hope the dome's not open for that game. Just be honest. I think it's just gonna look better. Just keep the dome closed. But this one, 1 point right now. Just because I don't know who our quarterback is. If I find out our quarterback is who I think it's gonna be, I'll switch. And I reserve the right to change my mind. Homecoming, I think we win. I got that down. And Southern, I think we're going to win in the Bayou. That's what I got. And Jack State, I got an L on that one just because I don't know who the quarterback is. So for those who want to get mad at Key. Key said it. And I reserve the right to change my opinion based on what happens during the football season. Now, FAMU versus UAPB, it should be a slaughtering on paper, right? But we said that about the Valley game, right? I think, in all honesty, for this game, the difference is going to come out of speed in some positions. I think, where is Kareem Burke going to be on the field for UAPs? UAPB is going to be a question. If y'all don't know, former FAMU receiver from Jacksonville, transferred up there. That's going to be an interesting question. But the timing of this game is going to be the question. Because, as I told y'all, my personal opinion, this is Keith's opinion, this is reckless, unsupported, pure speculation. The coach on the hot seat. And it's not because he's not a good coach. It's because he's coaching at one of the doormats of the SWAC. I think by this game, there will be some questions as to if he's not doing great, if they're having a season we all expect for them to have with 1 or 2 wins, do they have an interim coach? And if they have an interim coach, I'm just saying like this, and I'm going to say it from the people in the front. I ain't got to say it from the people in the back. There's going to be a fire sale on recruits. You're going to have so many players leave that program, it's not going to be funny. You can literally look up them last couple games that UAPB is playing and see who coming through, and look at the sideline, and then look at midfield post game and see what players are crossing over, making sure they talk to the coach, say, hey, I'll be in the portal in a few weeks, Doc. I'm just saying, I think this is okay. Y'all know I don't care. I ain't gonna cut no way but straight. This is a great time to potentially scout out some talent. Like, you should win this game. Like, let's not even be like funny about this. We're talking about every level of this game is in favor of FAMU. I don't know who the quarterback is, and I can tell you right now, I'm in favor of FAMU, because guess what? UAPB don't know who their quarterback is either. But he had 1 good year, 2 years, and he said, yeah, act like Chris Brown. Deuces. But he chalked up the deuces. Gone. Their best player always does that. He brought some O-line and I think a kicker. Okay. And FAMU brought O-line, D-line, which is fair, but you ain't brought no skill positions. You didn't even bring Kareem. Like, and he's not a burner. He's like a solid receiver. But I don't not think that the FAMU secondary can keep him in check. Like, where's your guy offensively? Like, who's the him? Like, where's that one guy that you can say, give it to Will? Do they have a Will? They had a Will last year. He was a quarterback. The best player on the field was the most important player in the field, and he's gone. This year, I don't think they have a Will, and I don't see a way. I think when you're looking at this UAPB game, you got to come in there with the mindset of, we got to beat whoever's in front of us. You can't look to the next week, but you also got to understand that if you're a player, you might be playing against your replacement. Like, their best player might be wearing orange and green next year. And that's not even trying to be funny or facetious. That's just being real. Like, the best player at UAPB or Valley is very likely to be wearing orange and green or blue and white next season. Or maybe even Columbia blue and yellow. Like, if we're being honest, this is not a game that you should have any questions about. It's a game that, if you struggle, it's due partially because of transportation. Hopefully you do fly into Memphis and drive over, fly as close as possible. Like, you don't want to have the players on a bus for this game. This is one of your 3-4 flights. Like, just looking back at it, I think we got, if we're being honest, first 2 games should be a flight. Just saying. And honestly, if you can just stay down in Boca, that might be a thing. The game to Atlanta, that's a bus ride. Southern, hopefully a flight. So what we got? 2, and this one. That's 4 flights. I don't know if you can make it happen, but because Southern's about a 6-hour ride too. Like, anything over 6 hours for a football team, I'm hoping we can fly. And hopefully we can make that happen. But I think when we're looking at this and you're kind of looking at the grand scheme of things, there's no spot on the field where you say UAPB has an advantage over FAMU. And that's not being biased. That's just being honest. And we've seen in the past where they can put up a fight. But I don't think at this time they're going to have the will. I think they're going to give up. Just being honest. I expect a coaching change. I think they're going to see the coaching change. And I expect them to probably make it something that happens in season to where you're probably looking at a team that's like, yeah, we're good. Who is locked down as our cornerback? I don't know. I done seen your boy up there again. I ain't gonna say no names because he kept, Jekyll and hiding on me. But he was all swag. I'm okay with that. But man, he had some times last season where it was like, bro, what you covering? So I think with the additions we have brought in, plus what we already have in store, I think the secondary is going to be okay. I'll leave it at that. I don't expect the all SWAC corner to be your number one corner. I think by season's end, he's probably third or fourth. That's just my opinion. For this one, though, I think it's going to be a little chilly, but I think you apply B2A. For this one, I got 48-14. I think FAMU beats the hell out of PV. I mean UAPB, sorry. I just think so. This is my personal opinion. Like, can't you go 2 years in a row losing to one of the conference perennial losers at all, especially perennial losers who are on probation. Like, the FAMU's close, so we ain't got a lot of space to poke our chest out. But UAPB and Valley cannot play for the SWAC championship. They just there. So just gonna leave that there. Now, my last one before we head out. We had too many groups. I do love the fact that we have 3 official DSOs? Two official DSOs, right? Got the boosters, you got the NAA, right? But what you're starting to see and you kind of, I don't know if y'all caught the booster meeting. If you didn't, go check out the Fangs Up YouTube page. I think we're getting to a point where we're getting a little oversaturated with some of our groups. Like, I recognize that even within myself. I know we did the campaign for the track team. We are going to still do that. We're just going to do a new cover athlete. Or as I told y'all, in the process of doing that, it was for the track team. Wasn't necessarily for the track athlete. So, but it's a lot of groups out here that are consistently asking you for some money. I know personally, like, I got a call and it was like, so what's up with the track money? I said, coach said holds it. The people that have it hold it. It ain't me. I tell you right now, it ain't Keith. Call my parents on that. It ain't Keith. But we do have it. We got we got a little bit to go, man. We got right about 1,000. So we're gonna put it back up there. But you have a lot of groups that are asking you to give. And what we really need, we need consistent transparency. Because what happens is, and look, let them know, Uncle Steve, you got the boosters, F Club, 220, NAA, like, and that's where I'm at with it. Like, I feel like we should be going in one direction. And I'll openly say that. Like, I feel like when you have the booster club and then now we have the Fang exchange, we should have a way for the two to work together, because you're really trying to accomplish similar things, but not doing the same thing, right? Like, the booster is all about supporting athletics. The Fang exchange is about the NIL. But how many other NIL collectives are starting to come up now? And we saw the problem with this at Florida State. I told y'all quick, I don't hate Florida State. I'm an FSU fan, but I'm also willing to learn from their mistakes. Y'all saw Leonard Hamilton's getting sued because the players didn't get paid. And it wasn't necessarily because he just didn't pay the people. It was partially because he attached himself to the wrong NIL group. You had the Rising Spear, and then you had the Battles In. And he chose the wrong NIL group. And that NIL group got in trouble. They got a football coach in trouble, Alex Atkins. He's fired. They got Leonard Hamilton in trouble. Shout out to the good Newt, but he essentially got fired. Like, so we just gonna ignore the fact that we've seen the school across the street mess this up at one point when they were the most organized NIL in the state. Like, we saw where they went from having those two to having one, and it's the Battles In. And if you deal with FSU, you deal with the Battles In. You can deal with FSU boosters too, but when it comes to NIL, it's the Battles In. And you can see how they realize having the boosters do one thing and have the NIL group do another thing was the best way to do this. I'm gonna take y'all behind the curtain a little bit. With the track thing, we're using our friends. You pick which one of them two groups. What is one of those two groups we're using? Look, the money wasn't going to come to Keith. We're making sure we use people that know how to get the money to the players. And that's it. And we need that. Like, for the NAA, you need to focus on academics. You can do a little bit with athletics you want to, but for the most part, stay out of that. You need to work on building your numbers and building relationships. Because as you know, the calendar year for NAA just ended. Guess what? I'm not a life member. So guess what just happened 20 days ago? I need to renew. And guess what's not going to happen for another 20 to 30 days? I'm not going to renew. I'm not saying I won't renew, period, but it's the summer. I'm a teacher. I don't get paid during the summer. I'm not about to renew that. Not until I get paid. Same thing for the boosters. So for me, I'm an NAA booster guy. Those are my things. I there's a little the watershed that falls over to the Fang Exchange too. But for the most part, I do NAA, I do boosters, and I do Fang Exchange. But you have the 220 Club trying to raise $1 million. Now you got the boosters trying to raise 100,000. You got other folks raising 50. You got the track program. We trying to raise 10. Wouldn't it be really nice if we could just organize ourselves into like one or two groups? And I love what Rick Kinsey's came on here and said, like, hey, if you got a group of people that really want to do it, get behind a program and just support that program. I love that idea. But, at the same point, I love for us to be focused and look, not counting the Fan Exchange, right? We don't need to talk about all the stuff they do because they don't talk about all the stuff they do. Like, just saying, Booster 220 definitely work together, which is a great and a bad thing. I'll be honest with y'all. And this is key. This is my suggestion. And y'all can, take it to the people and however you want to go with it. The boosters are having their pregame meals, right? This is my suggestion. And this ain't nothing new. So this ain't nothing you've heard on Fangs Up that I haven't told, some of the people that are controlling this stuff, right? You should have pregame from the booster party. Bring your coaches in, bring your content creators in, and have them produce a pregame show from the booster event before the home games. And then you go do the rest of your stuff. Because what happens? You're doing two things. One, you're advertising the booster event. You're there. You got the coaches coming in. But then at the same point, what do you also do? Give them a check. Or don't even give them a check. Give them some equipment. Hey, coach, you go up there. You can have like, I don't know, get a little board or something. Have a picture or something. I wouldn't even get a little video board. I'd get a picture and have the coach take a picture, blow that mug up. Hey, Golf team, Rattler Boosters donated this amount of golf balls. They cost this much. This is your money at work. Here you go, Coach Rice. We've already left them at the golf place for you. We appreciate it. Come on through. Track team, come on through. Hey, we got you this equipment. It costs this much. This is your work, your dollars at work, Rattler Boosters. All right. Next, pregame meal. Softball team, baseball team, golf, tennis, track, bowling. You can do 5 different sports, right? Meet with a coach pregame. You ain't got to hold a coach for no 3 hours. Hey, coach, come through, get a meal. You talk. We show the donation we made. Keep it pushing. You talk to the crowd. You talk to the content creators. You go about your business. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. You left with either a check or supplies. Again, it focuses it because now, as a booster, not only am I paying for this event, but I'm seeing my booster dollars and those dollars go to a coordinated thing, right? And then the fact that I got the Fang Exchange here, or the ONG Strike Zone, or Fangs Up, all here as well. Guess what? Now you got something that looks coordinated because that's what they're doing in Jackson. Like, you see, them boys are doing something awesome over there. Like, I don't hate them people. I'll tell you right now, I love what Ken Clark and them do. I wish we had that kind of organization. We are that aligned as content creators. Like Uncle Steve, all us, we believe in this. But imagine if you had something that all of a sudden celebrated it. Come to the pregame, it starts 3-4 hours for the game. You ain't got to do I ain't doing no 4-hour pro podcast. Y'all already know. When Keith get to hour number 2, if I go that long, I'm looking froggy at y'all. Look, when I do ONG, the wife be staring at me like, bro, I'll be like, hey, baby, they go longer than me. You got more people. You got more time. You don't think you could come in there and like rotate and shuffle that mug through? Do a coordinated attack and say, hey, hour 1, ONG. Hour 2, Fangs Up. Hour 3, Fang Exchange. And have each group talk about what they're doing, talk about the university, and especially in the case of the Fang Exchange and the Boosters and the National Alumni Association, you try to grow membership at these events. Because what's the biggest thing and the biggest reason for you to join a lot of these groups? Socialization. Like, you want to be around other people. You may not like everybody there. Tommy Mitchell may get on your nerves. Keith may get on your nerves. But you know what? We all here for FAMU. Like, I'm just saying, you're not wrong. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Because you go to the 220 thing every Thursday. Was it Wednesday? Yeah, every Wednesday. You there. You don't think 220 can't come to the booster thing and say, hey, y'all here for Wednesdays? Y'all go meet us at the game on Saturday. Because then all of a sudden, you're not just benefiting 220. You're benefiting the boosters and 220. Because some of them are members of both. Some of them might not be members of both. But what happens is, in this case, everybody gets a little something. Because you have your event, your signature event, pregame tailgate. 220 would have their signature event. Their Wednesday shows that are streamed live. And you just keep it pushing. And the cool part about it is, all you need is a laptop. A laptop and a webcam. You got a show. And a microphone. Like, it's not that crazy, man. Like, hey, why you playing? Like, I don't know if they can sell it on FAMU way, but have that vodka sold and have it so you can pick it up somewhere. I think it's supposed to be in some of these package stores. Let's say it like that. Like, but why can't we have that type of thing? Pregame. I mean, I understand, liquor laws, all that kind of stuff. I get that. But have a liquor lounge that is sponsored by the vodka company that sells the Fang Exchange vodka. Like, that's what I'm saying. In the North End Zone Club type vibe, if you have something like that, you should sell those kind of products. That's why I don't love it. But with the booster thing, I think it's a great idea. I do think we have sometimes too many splinter groups because this group's doing this for that, this group's doing that for that another group. I think if we kind of focused and really highlighted 3 or 4 and say, hey, these are going to be the main ones we go through. The boosters stay the boosters, and the boosters do need to modernize. Like, you got to stop being so dependent on membership. Like, it's a great idea, but the problem with that is it's antiquated. Look across the street. Again, I told y'all, if you want some great ideas, because they steal your ideas all the time. Like, you listen to the music, it sounds like you. They're just a different hue. Go steal their business ideas and bring them back to FAMU. Like, they built College Town. A lot of that Seminole Boosters, that ain't just business people. That's Seminole Boosters. And when football season's over, they still making money. You don't think FAMU Way is not primed? Hell, it's called FAMU Way. You can't put some businesses right up there? You got a bike trail already set up. You can't set up something where you can have cross over there by the Shriners, backside of the Shriners. You can have some bars, have some bar crawls. And you just crawl your way up that hill to brag. I'm just saying, like, at a certain time, a certain place, we got to modernize and take advantage of what's there because they figured out. They got it. Okay. Just because you got it don't mean I can't take it, though, right? A good idea don't care who steal it. Like, I'm just saying. There's a little talk amongst some of us at the NA convention. Majority of people in the room were Humphreys, Rattlers, Castell on forward, were far and few between. Hey, I'm just saying. And like I told y'all before, I would pimp this Marvin thing. Like, if I am Dr. McClellan, I call her tomorrow. Hey, we got a new network. Can we work something out with Spectrum? We know y'all give money to some companies and some Black programs. I ain't gonna say all the names, but they do donate to Black businesses and Black causes. I'll leave it at that. But you don't think you launching a new network that you're not going to call somebody who used to be a lobbyist and an executive at a cable company for advice? What kind of stupid do I look like? I almost said it out loud. Ninja, please. Like, I'm just saying, at a certain point, you got to leverage your business opportunities to take advantage of what you have, because all us trying to separately raise 10,000 and 15,000 here, it looks good when I come to homecoming with a $10,000 check. What looks better if it's 1 or 2 groups with a couple million, because then all of a sudden, yeah, Rick got his group. Oh yeah, they're doing numbers. I want to be affiliated with that group. That's how that works to me. Like, I see that kind of stuff and I'm like, yo, Rick doing stuff. I can trust Rick. I want to work with Rick Kinsey. He doing some solid stuff. Rattler Boosters, they're trying to rebuild their image, rebuilding their brand. They've been consistently given, but we haven't always seen it. We see y'all with checks. They gave the track team $2,000 2 weeks ago, right? Okay. That's a good look. But we need to see something tangible. Like, we're forgetting you're dealing with Negroes. Negroes like to see it. Don't show me a check. Show me some stuff. Because a check is nice. That look good. Look good in my bank account. But what looks really nice is oh yeah, you ain't got this. Yeah, we got the FAMU thing right here. Yeah. FAMU. Yeah. That's the kind of stuff we like. We like this kind of stuff. Like, give us something tangible I can hold up and say, hey man, that's got FAMU on it. Oh, I got this FAMU pen right here. Yeah. I think I got this for free too. I got this FAMU pen right here. Yeah. Oh, boosters. Here's my booster card. Like, give us tangible stuff. Show us your work. The golf canopy. Thank you. Like, that's why I tell y'all, when it comes to Rick, I'm just telling y'all straight up, I'm on it. I'm with it. Because he brought us something tangible. The boosters got to bring us more tangible stuff. Stop just bringing checks. You got to go back and you got to come up with this kind of stuff. Like, where it is. There that. Hey, muscle milk. The boosters donate muscle milk. That's a picture taken by a coach. Hey, we delivered the muscle milk. Can you show us proof that you got it? Appreciate it. The boosters do that kind of stuff. But we need to see that kind of stuff. We need to see Selvin Cobb, Colonel Joe, some of the squad in the locker room with the deliveries, taking pictures. We need that. Like, holding the check is cute, but show me the stuff. Because if you show me the stuff, that's the difference. Because then you got to remember our famous quote about church. We've been given to the building fund since 1945 and ain't changed the doorknob at the church. I can tell you, I go to my church right now. Look, I don't mind giving. Why? We got new carpet. We got new projectors. We got new TVs. Like, building got paid off. Like, when I go to my place of worship, I see my dollars at work. Can you say that about your organizations? Because when I see Rattler Boosters, I know your dollars are at work. But I'm also damn near an insider. Like, I work and do social media for you for free. I call people, hey, what's going on? They let me know. Like, but for the everyday person that is not that involved in the organization, how do they know you do anything? How do they know you're not just collecting their money? Because look, I ain't gonna hold you. Look, I just got a new car. I got two of them. Look, I love this kind of stuff. Like, this is it. Give me booster tags. Give me merch. Like, I'm a sucker for merch. Y'all know your boy spend time. And I don't say your boy often. Your man's. Y'all know, look, summer job, I work at the escape game. Guess what? When I beat a game, I buy a shirt. So guess what? New game I beat, new game I learn. The heist. I got the merch. Like, first game I ever learned. It's probably my special ops shirt. Look. Is it? It is. Special ops. It's the game. How about this? That's my Kappa cane. The special ops dude. Merch. Give me something tangible. Like, don't just have me giving money. Give me stuff that I can show off. Because guess what? You ain't got this. You ain't got the astronaut, the Cosmo special ops guy. You ain't got that. They don't even sell it no more. But I got it. And guess what? I treasure it. I put it up. I keep it. He normally sit back there right behind my Rattler stuff. Right behind Kofi. Like, that's what I'm saying, though. Don't just give us a check of where it went. Give us the production of where it went. Show me it went somewhere. Because if I tell you I gave you $2,000, if I tell you, hey, we gave you $30,000, that's cool. But if I gave you $30,000 and you was walking yesterday and you said you needed a car, next week I need to see a car. Right? That's what I'm saying. I need our organizations to come together to continuously deliver and show us what you have and what you've given. Like, we also need to see more of those Humphrey arrows and ladder athletes become invisible. Not sure they're being approached or solicited. I'm just saying. Thank you, Mike. Like, can we get a Jaquay Nunnally? Can I get a Leroy Van? Can I get a Levy Brown? Like, can I get some of them at these events and talk wearing your FAMU jersey, your game worn FAMU jersey? Because you know some of y'all Negroes stole them Celebration Bowl jerseys, right? It's the reason we get new jerseys. Okay, cool. Have Kelvin Dean come up there. Have Rashawn McKay come up there. You know what? Get Moose up there. Like, get the former players to come up there and talk. Like, because it does two things. It builds community. It builds collegiality, but it's also a link to the past. Because I'm not a Humphreys era Rattler, but I was on campus the whole Humphreys era. I was there. I'm from Tallahassee. So I understand what it means. But you know what? When you sitting there and it's my daughter with me, she don't get it. She's just like, it's just FAMU. This is what I've been grown into. I'm born into. It's all I know. But when you get them up there and they get to talk and everything else, they tell you about their FAMU experience. They tell you how important the boosters were back then. Now they can tell you how important the boosters are now. And they can furthermore tell you, hey, you know what? Maybe I need to join the boosters myself. Because they can come up there with a check, stroke $100 check, hand it over to Selvin, Colonel Joe, or William Human, and walk out of there through and be like, hey, booster, remember now. I'm just saying, like, in a certain way, certain time, sometimes you can be as divided as a hand or as united as a fist. We got to ball up our fists because we're in a fight. We know the fight. We see what's going on. Expect some changes on campus. You know it's coming. I know it's coming. But even within that, we got to get into the habit of producing stuff that people want. Because even if you don't work at the escape game, you can buy that stuff. We got to have stuff that says Rattler Boosters for people who aren't boosters. Like, that shirt is a Rattler Booster shirt, the gray one. Right there. That's a booster shirt. That's a FAMU football jersey. That's a LeBron basketball jersey. Just saying. But the Rattler Booster shirt is right there. We need Rattler Booster merch. We need Fang Exchange merch. You see what the Fang Exchange did here? Even if you're not a member of the Fang Exchange, you can buy the merch. That's advertising. Because somebody going to walk by. They're going to see the booster shirt. You a booster? Nah, man. I just really like the shirt, though, man. I need to join. Yeah, you do, man. Yeah, you do. Yeah, I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to sign up this week. That kind of stuff matters. Like, it does. Like, because they're keepsakes. Look, I got my little Winter Park. I will never drink out of this. This is my Kappa glass, so I will never drink out of it. It holds my keepsakes normally, wristbands, my line chain, stuff like that. Just saying though, smart stuff like that works. And look, Evan says, as a member of the 100, past member 100, I've said that the band needs to sell General Pop merch. For real, I ain't gonna lie to you. I have Marching 100 shirts that I don't wear because when I learn better, I do better, right? And I learned, hey, if you're not a member 100, you know, wear Marching 100 stuff. Cool. Look, no harm, no foul, because I went a couple years. I didn't wear red. Now, look, I wear red every day now, crimson or cream. But you need that as an organization. Some organizations need to be gate kept. Other organizations need to have a barrier. And there's a difference between having a barrier and gatekeeping. Because the barrier, I can look over the barrier and see over. But the gatekeeping means I'm not letting you in. There's a difference. Because you might not even be able to see over the gate. But there's levels. There's barriers. You wear FAMU stuff all the time. I wear FAMU stuff every day. My child wears FAMU stuff. She's the product of 2 FAMU alumni, but she's not a FAMU alumnus. But her parents are. So guess what? I wear FAMU alumni stuff. She wears FAMU stuff. That's the difference. because the barrier is clear. If it says FAMU alumni, it's for me. If it says FAMU dad, that's for my father. If it says FAMU mom, that's for my mother. If it says product of FAMU, that's for my daughter and I. All of a sudden, you can start to see how we just opened up. We still gatekeeping, but we removed the barrier so you can see over. What if I buy a shirt that says March 100 supporter? I could be, hey, if I bought the t-shirt, I'm supporting the 100, right? That kind of stuff, that's the subtleties that makes it so that you don't offend those in the organization, right? Like, you're not in certain organizations, you don't wear their stuff. Understood. But if your parent is, and you say child of this, especially if you're a child, not if you're an adult, you need to know better. Okay. If my son wears my dad's a Kappa, his father's a Kappa. If my daughter has a shirt that says my aunt is a member of Sigma Gamma Rho, my cousin's a member of Sigma Gamma Rho, my cousin's a Delta, my cousin AKA, my cousin's an Omega. All of those are true. Again, the barrier is there because they're not a part of the group, but the organization still gets the money. I'm just saying. Look, that's what I suggested, Mike. I didn't call it that. And it ain't clicking on it. But yeah. I don't know why it's wanting to be funny now. It want to be funny because it's a good idea. That's why. Like, but no, Mike, that was definitely my suggestion. Look, let us know how to get to the tailgates. I want to buy. Hey, there we go. Look, we have the flyers. They are on the booster websites. I forgot to download them, so I'll have them for the next show and repost them. Get y'all there. But yeah, man. So just thinking, I think we might have too many groups. It would be really cool if we got behind a couple, and even within those couple, if they continue to work together. I know the Fang Exchange and the boosters collaborate at times. It'd be great if that collaboration strengthened, continued, and we really had, once we get athletics settled, right? I'm of the personal opinion, we should have a conversation with all of our coaches that say, you need NIL, you deal with the Fang Exchange. And we keep it there. Because otherwise, they're going other places. And I don't want that. I don't need that. I need for you to stay focused and in one place. And I need for you to understand that the place you need to be is with the Fang Exchange, if possible, right? Like, because it makes business sense. And at a certain point, we all got to admit, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense, right? We should have one organization that deals with NIL. So, sorry, I don't know how that thing tried to add itself. I do know how, but it's one of those things where you're like, how'd that happen? But again, I think Mike says, they say for decades, you need to have some signature merch to sell to the general population. I'm just saying, like, I personally, if I saw the little March 100 drum major, like one of them little statuesque things, I'd probably get one. Even though I'm not a member of 100, if it's not exclusive to the 100, that's something I would like. Like, we have to find a way to organize ourselves in such a way that we take advantage of our business opportunities and focus ourselves so that when we're saying the track team needs $100,000 or the track team needs $10,000, okay, that money goes to the boosters and the Fang Exchange. Be honest with y'all, we working with them with our track thing. We not working with no outside company. It ain't going to Keith's personal stuff. We working with the people who put the money in the hands of our students. That's it. Because that way there's transparency, there's accountability, and that way you know, and you can come to realize, hey, if Keith is running something and he's gonna say, hey, let's get behind it, it's nothing fugazi. And that's just how it needs to be for everything. For boosters, the National Alumni Association, we got to have that. You know, we need President Polk to come back on the show. She already know. And talk to the people. And we need to hear what you're doing with the new administration, how you're guiding them. Are you guiding them? Who's guiding them? Because if it's the hateful eight, we don't trust them. But if it's some of our people that are sharing, that makes a difference. So, but long story short, I got FAMU winning the UAPB game. We did get a football commitment. Basketball keeps offering players. I'm just saying, I don't need Charlie to win the SWAC this year. I don't even think he's gonna get close. But by year 3, I need some noise, and I need you to talk to Mike Road Dogg about doing a basketball classic. Like, I need the idea out there, because I'm not gonna lie to you. Every time they come to Orlando, I go. The game at Daytona wasn't bad. Like, we went up there to Bethune Grill and ate, and that was nice. Like, there's no real meeting place up there. I'm just saying, like, we need stuff like that and ideas like that to become a thing. Because I'm gonna leave y'all with this before we head out. Just don't lose the gram, man. I ain't gonna say nothing. But y'all do realize these white schools are doing basketball classics, right? Like, when we're barnstorming to raise money in the fall and in the winter, they do basketball classics. They do the bowl tournament. The Orange Bowl has a basketball tournament. A lot of these basketball games have bowl tournaments. Why don't you have a Celebration Bowl basketball tournament? Everybody's there. Like, and you ain't even got to bring the schools that are playing there. Get the best basketball schools and put them in that same place you had the SWAC championship. Load that mug up for 2-3 nights. Do it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Shut it down. I'm just saying, like, it's got to be something where, because then what you're doing as the MEAC and the SWAC, you're passing the athletic torch to the next sport. Just saying. And you got a network that's actually supposed to be functioning now. I downloaded the app. I downloaded the SWAC app. Just saying. Heck with that, we need Charlie to win SWAC this year. I want it this year, Mike. If you get your frat to get it, I need that. But if not, I let him slide. But I'm just saying, though, like, we have to organize ourselves as a business entity to understand that we get further if we go together, right? What's the old African proverb? If you want to go fast, go by yourself. If you want to go far, go together. We gotta go together. Got to galvanize our people, make sure they know to vote, be active. I don't know if y'all saw the thing from Roland Martin, but you should. Votes matter. Don't know if you saw Ron DeSantis talking about stuff earlier today. He's claiming victories. Y'all better vote for whoever you're going to vote for. I'll leave that there. But we have to organize, because if we get one FAMU, we're a problem. Y'all saw the hell we raised over stuff when we get organized. We didn't want the person Tiffany Dawn Sykes selected as the new football coach. We got cozy. We didn't like Marva. We didn't get what we wanted. But did you hear Doug Jolly? I'm just saying like that. Go catch his interview. That man went up there and said, and he called out FAMU by name. That man said every other school. He said, and FAMU. He's like, that man said if he gets elected, he's firing every one of them presidents that Ron DeSantis put in place. I said, oh, this is personal. I told y'all that man ain't got the friends he think he got. But us organized as a people, as a collective, we're powerful. And I think if we continue to organize our money is going to speak for itself. And if we're organized, our money moves further and it moves more people. If we are all giving $20 individually, I'm just giving $20. But if we're all giving $20 to the Fang Exchange or to the boosters, and then they come somebody saying, we got $1 million, 3, 4, 5 mil. Back straighten up a little bit. The conversation changed. Because even though we all brought you $20, this one organization brought you the $1 million. That's what the conversation changed. We're stronger together. It looks better. We have to collaborate. Got to work together. All right, good people. Thursday, we'll be here. Sunday, we'll be here. Next Thursday, what was that, 31st? Yeah, no show on 31st. I have the feeling that day, so I'm working to become an assistant principal. So dreams and goals don't happen unless you work on them. So y'all share my name in your prayers for good results, good studies. So far, we're doing decent. But I missed it. Who said it? Ooh, Doug Jolly, the guy that's running for Florida governor, that switched from Republican to Democrat. He still got some Republican principles. He's not a pure Democrat, but he said it on an interview about 2 weeks ago. I have it in my chat. So if you want to fangsuppodcast@gmail.com, say, hey, send me that. I can send it to you. It's a YouTube video. It's near the end of the video, about 45 minutes in. It's him and another Caucasian gentleman. So them two, yeah, he was dead serious about that. Like, it was very interesting to see. But I ain't trying to get anybody fired. Told y'all quick. When it comes to the whole Marvin situation, I have a problem with her. I don't like the situation. I don't like the double standard. That's what I don't like. But her personally, I have no problem with her. I don't like the double standard. But I wish her well, because if she succeeds, FAMU succeeds. And I need FAMU to succeed. Because if she fails, they're going to put somebody, especially under DeSantis' time, it's going to be worse. All right, y'all. For everybody, HBCU Digital Network, Thursday, we'll see y'all. We're going to talk about, what's that, the Alabama A&M game? And then the Big Florida Classic. We're going to talk about that. Kind of, let y'all know, hey, if you haven't already done so, start looking at your hotels, look at your travel arrangements, especially for the Classic. Yeah, I know the hotel prices don't get too bad in Orlando, but your hotel options do. So I would suggest, even though I was just kind of like poo-pooing on Doubletree, if you're not a local, it's not a bad spot. You're close to iDrive, you're across from Universal, and it does have City Walk, which is free after 6. So it's straight. I don't go to City Walk like that, but I will tell you, as a local, I don't eat anything on iDrive except for the fast food. Like the restaurants, not too often. They got some good ones, but the locals, we won't go over there. It's not unless it's the party. All right, y'all. For everybody here, we will see y'all Thursday. And y'all be safe. Again, keep your mans in your prayers. Taking that Philly on the 31st, man. So y'all already know what's up. What it's always going to be. Thanks.
Yeah, baby, you know what time it is. Now let's get it started.
Are you kidding me? Unreal!
While our HBCUs are mostly known for academic rigor, community, they also know how to turn up.
Does he have it?